sucks. End video.
Yeah, that's a great way to begin our Christmas special.
We wish you a Merry Hanukkah Kwanzaa.
Miss. You don't get the Mary, you don't get the Christ, you just get Miss. Felix, volume, please.
It's like a baseball holiday.
Thank
It's a true hit or miss.
Get a warning first.
Oh, my bad.
Too bad.
Anyways, what's up, YouTube? We are part of the Synchronization. I'm Nate.
Felix.
And line.
Noob.
That word.
And we're here for Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa.
I don't celebrate any of those.
And
holidays.
Hash Ramamana, but
You mean Rosh? I don't know.
Yom Kippur, Boxing Day. I think today.
Boxing Day is thinking.
I
was gonna say Florida for some reason. I think it's in February.
I think Boxing Day is today.
Yeah, right after Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, Boxing Day is today. Damn you Canadians and your holiday.
Why do you put stuff in boxes on today?
Well, I think it's their version of... Isn't that like their version of Black Friday or something?
I don't know. Don't sound like it.
Well, except for them, it's an actual holiday for some reason.
Boxing Day.
But anyways, yeah, this is our holiday, Christmas, whatever special. We're not going to do any news because it's a special, and therefore we don't have to do news.
Plus, it's snowing. The news is... That's the news.
Yeah.
And the weather report. Thank you, Ollie. It's snowing.
And now it's fixed with the Black weather forecast.
Felix?
I'm not even doing that.
Come on.
Nope.
Be a sport.
I don't care if I'm blacker than you guys. I'm not doing that.
Come on.
Thank you, Felix.
Be a sport. You can be baseball if you want. Or, excuse me, basketball.
Just stop.
And now Noob with the Martinez weather forecast. Noob?
Mexicans are going back to Mexico.
Thank you, Noob.
It's too cold up here.
What type of shit?
My friend from Hawaii would not like it here.
I don't like it here. I live here.
Walk on the plane. So yeah, we're just gonna come up with a random discussion topic to entertain you guys with, and you know what? Just because of what's happened the last few days, especially in that OVA, one of two downsides to the OVA I watched.
Well, that's in the living room.
Ah,
I was making sure. I'm dying.
what?
I hear this like high pitched sound. I think it's God. God's a computer. I always knew it. I believe so in my heart.
So our discussion topic for today is fan service. Why it's bad, why it's not that bad. I'm not gonna say why it's good, but why it's not that bad. Now everyone knows what fan service is. There's basically two different versions of fan service, but in general, it's something that's put into usually an anime or video game in order to please the fans. Sometimes it could be something as innocent as, say, didn't Tiger and Black Knight have a lot of fan servicey stuff?
No, I didn't play the game.
I don't know. I heard something about it. Something about the fact that they brought back the whole chili dog thing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was plenty of fan service.
Yeah.
And then there's My Little Pony, who's been tackling characters who have no personality. This sheet of paper right here had more personality than her. I'm not going to explain it to you because the fans already know what I'm talking about. They recently decided to give an episode dedicated specifically to her to explain her backstory.
What character?
Applejack.
Ah.
She had literally no personality. I'm a good girl from the South. That's it. No trials, no tribulations, no troubles. I mean, even Twilight had a little not magic ability. And now look at her. She's a thing.
Let's see. Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 with the Pokemon World Tournament itself. Fight every gym leader and every champion from everywhere. That's fan service
some
right
of the
there.
newer episodes of Pokemon. Whoosh, turn hat backwards.
Oh yeah, he did that in Sinnoh. That was... Anyways. Dragon Quest 9 where you can find the old characters and fight the bosses from the past Dragon Quest games.
I can't think of anything else.
Interestingly enough, when you fight the old bosses, you can actually give them the experience you earned. To help them level up so they'll be better when you fight them later.
Ha.
That's new.
Yeah. Ah, shit. This thing is...
Charging.
I need to charge.
Plug in my Xbox. I'm going to turn that on anyway.
It's already plugged in.
No, I meant like, okay, yeah, it's plugged into the battery.
Alright. So, yeah. But then there's the other type of fan service, which is where usually female because the world is so convinced that only guys watch anime or something.
You know what? I'm just gonna let Quagmire sum it all up. Hello, lips, legs, breast, and ass. Tits and ass.
Yeah, basically.
That's all you need to hear. That's and fan service.
Like panty shots, random downshirt Scots if the girl's wearing an open shirt, etc., etc. Just some sort of sexual objectification of a woman for no real reason.
Other than the fact that ooh, I must mate.
Yeah, that. Monkeys. Anyways.
Come on, treat me like I have some dignity. Treat me like I have
Like, sometimes it's not so bad. Like, if it's in an anime that's specifically an ecchi anime, there's gonna be fan service. You have to expect it. And
1 second. I love how the topic of the day for Christmas is fan service.
Yeah, I know.
We're really putting the Christ back in Christmas.
Well, you'll see how it connects when I do my review later, dear God.
I'm trying to picture that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to connect fan service with anime, or excuse me, with Christmas. I almost did the wrong thing there, but anime and fan service are kind of like friendship bracelets. They're one and the same. But
So
I don't get it.
Yeah, you'll
fan service, Christmas,
Yeah,
Christmas. That's how far apart they are.
Christmas is black?
You, Felix, are Christmas. This hand right here is holding on to the tiny grasp of fan service.
Oh.
Give me my presents.
Yeah, where's my present?
You don't get presents from Christmas, damn it.
Santa.
Speaking of Santa, but no, that'll come later.
Ew.
Seriously.
Fan service, man. Watch what you say.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
I don't know the quarter of it, and I don't want to. As a matter of fact, I just want to plug in my ears and sit in the corner.
Anyways, sometimes, like, if it's an ecchi anime, you need to kind of expect fan service, and if you don't want it, stay away from it.
Yeah.
It's when they throw it into things that doesn't need it that becomes a problem, like High School of the Dead. I don't know much about the anime. I've seen clips and OVAs of the show.
Actually, we need to hold our tongues there. That may just be an ecchi anime that has. It's kind of like.
No, because the thing is, I think it does have the ecchi tag, but why does it need the ecchi tag? Why couldn't they have just made a nice zombie killing anime instead of, oh, look, they're killing zombies, and now my face is full of this random chick's panties? Why was this necessary?
Oh, by the way, nice oxymoron there. Nice zombie killing. Nice and killing kind of goes hand in hand. No, it's like maybe it's just what we're not getting here. Maybe it's kind of like instead of having your coffee with sugar, you're having your sugar with coffee. Instead of having tons of action and a tiny bit of fan service, maybe it's just a bunch of fan service and a tiny bit of action.
You've seen
That's
it.
not true.
What's the higher ratio here?
Yeah, is it meant to be an ecchi anime with action, or is it supposed to be an action anime with ecchi?
Those are the same freaking thing.
No, they're
man.
not.
You're not making any sense with that question.
Is it
more focused on the action or on the fan service?
Dude, I can't even really answer that because, like I said, I've only seen the first episode.
Oh, I thought you had seen the entire thing.
Yeah.
That was the one I showed you.
Yeah, and that's the one where I'm like, what the fuck is with all these random clips? No, I'm done. I'm more confused now than I probably
Should have been.
Yes, but then there's things like, say, Rosario Vampire, which is an ecchi anime. It's also a harem anime, which I'll get into in a minute. And of course, there's fan service, seeing as all these chicks are trying to get with him.
So it's blatantly clear that this is not supposed to be taken.
One of the main characters is a succubus. That right there kind of says fan service, and yet some of the how can I say this? Some of the obvious fan service things aren't even in there. Like there are times when like Mocha, the main character, is doing like one of her kicks where her skirt is lifted up, you could totally get a panty shot. Either because of leg position or convenient shading, you see nothing.
Magic dress. Fuck these people.
Like sometimes they black out the fan service, but other times it's like, oh look, panty shot. Okay.
What I'm expecting, they don't give it to me. God damn it.
But most of the time when you have an ecchi anime, it's also a harem anime. A harem anime is a story about usually an average ordinary dude who for some reason has usually about 4 or 5 girls all trying to get his attention and trying to get them to fall in love with them.
By the way, his head is made of something stronger than intendium.
Who?
The guy who falls in love with, who's got all these girls coming after him. Why do you girls act the way you act? Oh, you love me. What does that mean? I heard the word love, but that's only when I'm talking to my mom. And if you girls kind of like me like that, it's a little bit weird. Oh wait, no, it's different. Explain it to me, preferably in song.
What are you actually?
I'm making this up as I go along.
This doesn't sound anything I've heard of.
I'll make it.
It's just watch an anime from just like where you're trying to study. Just study this in anime.
Except for Rosario Vampire, because this guy knows that these girls are in love with him.
Thank
Mostly
you.
because they make it like they make their intentions clear at least every other episode, if not every episode.
Taking the quiet part approach, you see.
Although with him, it's not so much along the lines of why are you doing this? It's why do you love me?
I'm such a pathetic catch. Why? You can go out there and just reach into the ocean and pull out a shark. Why are you going for a guppy?
And there's usually a few different types of girl. There's usually the one with the perfect body.
Perfect body, perfect mind, tomboyish / action girl.
I was about to do it a bit more general. Usually there's the one with the perfect body. And then the next one is an and/or situation. Either the girl who's too young for him and therefore automatically has no chance, or the girl who looks like she's younger because she's shorter and underdeveloped, but is the same age as all the other girls.
Ew.
Usually one or both of those. Basically the flat chick.
I don't like that. I don't like short, undeveloped people who look not their age.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drop that.
Usually some sort of a stalker bitch.
I've seen that in South Beach Toe. So it's not just anime that has that.
Oh god. Well, yeah, of course real life has that. And then there's usually the more average one. Like she's nothing special in any department, but overall she's usually very attractive, and that's usually the guy that.
The one that he ends up going.
Yeah, the one that he falls in love with. Usually at the very beginning of the anime, and spends his entire time trying to get with this girl while rejecting everyone else. Yeah.
Just one day, I want to watch anime. At the very end, he reveals not only that he's been lying to himself but everybody else, and he turns out to be a homosexual. That's why he's been running away from everybody. Suddenly, it's all clear. He's been.
I tried to make a harem anime where the guy got all the girls, but I realized halfway through that I just made a hentai, so
Stupid.
that didn't go very well. But, like, seriously, if the guy would at least acknowledge, like, okay, these girls love me. I don't really know why.
Nor do I really care. It's just, I prefer if they didn't. That is a good, decent way to make your characters like, alright.
I know you love me, but please stop.
That would at least give him, like, a brain cell. Instead of these girls beating him over the head with the love club and him not taking anything in.
Yeah, like I said in Rosario Vampire, this dude knows what's going on. He has more of the awkward teenager doesn't know how to react to this shit type of thing.
Exactly.
Like, boobs in the face, what'd I do? I nosebleed. And, like I said, fan service isn't always bad. If it makes sense to the story, or if it's just done once in a while, not every damn episode. It's
Actually, I thought of it like this. Think of an anime like a burger. Like, you got the opening and closing as your buns, and then you got the plot, the characters. Think of fan service as the condiments.
if you just smother the burger in condiments, it's not going to taste very good.
Exactly.
And if you have
includes jelly too. Why? Because some animes need that jelly, like ecchi animes and harem animes. And then there are other animes like, hell, I can't think of any. Mainly because I've stopped watching anime for a while now.
what animes that don't need it?
Yeah, that don't need fan service.
High School of the Dead, still in my opinion.
Yeah, high school. Let's just use that. Like, first of all, that sounds like a really interesting. That sounds like a really interesting anime because it would make a really interesting game. High School of the Dead. Zombie students, kill them all, and then you get panty shot, breast shot. It's like, okay, you just took a very delicious burger and smothered it in barbecue
seriously, I
sauce.
think you guys are just probably. Are you guys actually watching this, or did you just quit?
I didn't see it. I'm going on with what he said.
I quit.
I think it's too early for you to even say anything about this, really.
Well, actually, from what I've heard from Kale, I'm apparently well within my rights. There's apparently some nurse whose boobs go
They're alive.
with every move.
They're alive volleyball game physics. Take a single step, your boobs become jello.
Just like Santa Claus's belly. Christmas, everybody!
Christmas!
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What is my life?
It just gets worse.
Why am I doing this to myself?
Is she dumb?
Oh, God.
It gets worse and worse.
I believe the correct terminology is worser and worser.
No.
Oh, God. But yeah, that's...
We need like a giant alarm there, like Christmas!
With the rockets and everything.
Yeah. We're gonna cut this out. That's what we're gonna put there. Christmas! And then a huge Christmas alarm. Like, alright.
Jewish! Oh, wait, that's Hanukkah. Hanukkah!
They get the tiny cricket.
Kwanzaa? What the fuck?
Celebrate Kwanzaa.
What the fuck is Kwanzaa?
Chris Muhammad Kwanzaa died.
Halloween, anyways.
Okay, back to the show.
Fan service. Is there anything else to say?
No, not really. That analogy actually takes the cake right
Luckily, I've never seen anything that's so bad as what I'll describe later when I reveal my new segment, because unfortunately I'm going to do this just to kind of further illustrate our point on fan service every so often.
I've got one word. Yoko, end series.
That's it.
She is pure fan service, dude.
I know that. Dude.
She's literally...
I've seen that anime from start to finish.
She doesn't need to exist in that
she
form.
Probably does. Okay, yeah. Like, seriously, it's like fan
Wait,
service.
what now?
You're 14. You look like you're 21 in every way, shape, and form.
You do realize, the irony, dude. She's 21 in like the second half of the series.
And she doesn't change a bit, does she?
It will be really hard to notice.
Thank you for proving him technically right.
Final Fantasy IV did better than they did.
Huh?
A girl who's 7 gets time skipped ahead to being like a teenager or an adult.
Oh, at least that makes
No
more
fan
sense.
service in there at all.
But just the fact that she matured, they acknowledge.
Yeah, it's like you look the same in season 2, which is what, like a 7-year time gap, as you did in season 1 when you were 14. Stop it.
Not completely the same anyway.
And besides, I think they did that on purpose. After all, have you seen most of the Gurren Lagann? Your Y chromosome will explode. They needed the hot chick in there. It's just, come on, man, that's jailbait. That's not fair. Technically, fucking.
Yeah. So yeah, but fan service. Sometimes, but sometimes not.
I would prefer a nice balance. Don't just throw it out in my face. I have a hard time enough believing that a girl can have melons the size of my bed and yet have no problem standing up or getting up or nothing.
Or wearing a shirt.
Or wearing a shirt. Apparently they have shirts with like extra anime.
Come on, man. That's all you gonna say about that, really?
Yes.
That shit is not even just an anime either.
Yeah, but it's not such a common case that you can accidentally walk into a girl with huge boobs and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see them. One anime you watch has 2 girls with outrageously large boob sizes, and they're part of the main cast. It's not like they're background characters.
I don't
Bleach.
know. What?
Rangiku or Hime, those are extra beautiful.
And that's really not that fan servicey.
That's really
It's not that fan service. I'm just referring
I know. I'm
to
just saying,
characters.
like, come on, you can't do that. Yeah, they have boobs. That's nice. Moving on with life.
Yeah.
Like they, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going on to my review.
Just one thing. If anything, I just prefer a more realistic approach at characters. How long are we going on?
20 minutes.
Man. Kale seems to have this amazing ability to extend videos. Either that or we really have to cut down short the snooze portion of our video.
I think it's usually the reviews that take such a long time, to be honest.
It feels like we're Toonami. Review anime. News anime.
Anyways.
I prefer a more realistic approach to characters. I know that girls have boobs, but for fuck's sake, they're not. There's no video. They're not humongous. It's not like. I feel like if I got a large enough crowd of anime girls into a stadium, I could jump from the moon and land safely. Can somebody make that like to a comic or something? I just want to see how that.
It's not like a blimp, like a miniature blimp in each shirt where it's like.
Exactly. I prefer.
Like have you ever looked at hentai and seen that?
Just talking about anime, period, or just certain ones.
It's mostly just certain ones that do that shit, but.
Any specific ones other than High School that did?
Honestly, I feel like every anime has at least one character with outrageously large breasts.
Yeah.
That's not.
We're not really complaining. It's more like. Why do they need to be that big?
Yeah.
Why can't they be smaller?
Why can't they be normal?
Why can't they be normal?
Yeah, why are they ever normal?
I want you to take a good look at your surroundings, Felix. Next time you're in a mall or something, I want you to point out to a girl.
I'm not even talking about a real life, you doofus.
I think I swear I missed something here then.
I'm not talking about a real life, now am I?
I think I missed something here then.
Yeah, you really did.
What did I miss then? Tell me.
I'm still kind of focusing on anime, dude. When are they ever really that normal in anime? Yes.
80% of Naruto.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. I mean...
Wait. 80%?
I count Tsunade being one of the most important characters as the other 20%. They're that big, 10% each.
Okay.
That was nice. Oh, good.
If anything, just keep it modest. That's why I want to see an anime.
You know who else is modest? Santa Claus. Christmas!
You need to put it again here.
Time to get back to the episode.
Okay, there's only one other thing we're here to cover, and that would be anime.
Okay, so my review, I actually found a Christmas-themed anime.
I didn't think
Shock and awe.
I didn't think they celebrated Christmas in Japan.
That's why there's not that many. Mostly what you get is Christmas-themed episodes of certain anime. But I found an anime.
It's snowing, there's giant candy canes, and there's a fat man with a red suit giving out presents, but it's not Christmas. It's Shinto.
Yeah! Wait, what?
No! It's Shinto Day, where we sit around and we pray to gods and we celebrate
rice.
Christmas. It's like Christmas with extra praying.
It's Christmas with extra Japan essay.
Yeah, it's Japan essay. As you were saying, Christmas anime.
Yeah, didn't take me that long. Yahoo Answers actually did something for once. Well, Google.
That might be the most outrageous part of the anime right there.
So, the anime I'm reviewing is a 2-episode OVA called Itsudatte My Santa. Itsudatte apparently translates to always, if I'm correct. So, Always My Santa.
That sounds like the title to a soap opera. A very, very weird soap opera.
So,
is it a soap opera?
Maybe.
I don't like soap operas.
I hate soap.
Don't worry, it's a romantic comedy.
Is there Ben Stiller in it?
Unfortunately? Fortunately? No? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I like Ben Stiller.
Meet the parents?
Anyway.
So, after that little thing, this anime is about a teenage boy. He was born...
Shock! It's to the point where we don't even need to say it anymore. This anime starts with... You just immediately go straight to the plot, because we can just dart
anyways, it's about a teenage boy who was born on Christmas Eve. And because of this, his parents decided to name him Santa.
You are the worst parents ever. I don't care what language you speak. You never name your son. You never even name your son San and then Tug for a middle name.
I will refer to him as San from now on, just because, believe me, otherwise everyone will get really confused really fast.
Real Santa ends up showing up, doesn't he?
There's too many Santas in this anime.
Fuck this anime.
So,
let me guess, there's like Father Christmas, Papa
you'll
Nichols.
You'll see. Did you say Papa Nichols?
That's close enough.
Oh, God. Worse. Seriously. What the hell, guys? What the hell?
Keep hell away from us, man. It's Christmas!
Christmas! What are you doing?
Christmas. That's what we're doing.
That's right. Anyways, so due to a combination of being teased, laughed at in general about his name, and,
I would do it too,
and his parents never being around for Christmas.
As a matter of fact, that's the first time I ever encouraged bullying. Never name your child Santa.
He hates Christmas.
I hate Christmas too. Because of him. This character has ruined Christmas for me.
And he is approached eventually by a teenage girl named Mai, who is
Valentine.
Okay.
I just didn't make the cough joke. King of Fighters.
Oh god.
Fish, guess it.
Oh.
Sure, really.
She is a Santa Claus in training. Apparently,
I believe that's said enough about the anime. I'm just gonna go kill some people before I do it to myself.
No, but anyways, apparently in this universe, the real Santa Claus has a school in which he trains a bunch of apparently girls, because that's all you ever see from this academy. I just want to know how Mrs. Claus feels about this.
So that tells me I'm just gonna be smashing my head against the floor by the end of this anime, right?
But basically, people go there. They train to basically help Santa deliver the presents on Christmas Eve.
Okay, there you had me worried there for a moment. I thought they were training to become Santa. Like, if you're honestly becoming a trained Santa and there's only females, then I guess Mrs. Claus is going to turn into a lesbian. Depending on how she looks, that may be a good thing. Oh no, I've seen some animes, man. Or I've seen some shows, some cartoons.
I've seen some hentai, man. Anyways,
Ew. You are.
I actually haven't, but
you are such a prevert.
So you end up going off on this whole. So basically, she spends her time trying to cheer him up. Why do you hate Christmas? Because I was born on Christmas Eve, and so my parents named me Santa. Her response was to fall on the floor and laugh. There's our laugh track.
Oh God, I feel the exact same way. If you honestly,
That's kind of fucked up. Seriously.
If you told me your name was Santa because you're
his reaction, and that's why I hate Christmas.
Oh, believe me, I would too. Name me Santa because I was born on Christmas Eve. I might go out killing people.
I mean, come on. At the very least, you could at least have just gone with Nick.
Actually, I would mess around with people. Hey, people don't believe that Santa's not real? Grew up beef fat. Like, my name is legitimately Santa. Not Claus, though.
Santa Martinez.
Santa Anna.
But, so, San wants no part of her trying to cheer him up bullshit, but she decides that she's going to help him. Now, she has magic because of North Pole Santa Claus magic, blah.
Nah.
So she has magic. Apparently her ability is that she can summon anything, as long as it begins with San in the Japanese language. S-A-N.
Well, here in America, that would be everything, because then you'd just be addressing everything politely.
Ha. It has to begin with them, not the suffix. So she spends all of her time trying to cheer this dude up. It doesn't really end.
I honestly want to know what she can summon then.
She summoned fish. A lot. There's a lot of things that apparently begin with San in the Japanese language, though. She still uses the Japanese word, so that's why she just... Like, at one point, she turns into like a cry dude and, like, beats the shit out of him. She turns, like, the downtown area into a fashion show. So, somehow...
I think you mean Fast San show.
At one point, you know those guys in the animes that are like the tall with the black coats and they're like the upperclassmen and they have like the army of underclassmen following him around shit. Yeah, he credited one of those and he drops his cake. Dude starts going like, "You dropped my cake. What kind of state do you think it's gonna be in now? I can just buy a new one. I had to order this cake 3 months in advance. This isn't just a cake; it's a work of art." And then Mai comes in and starts fighting them. And eventually, he jumps in to help her and like smacks the dude with a stick. And apparently that helps her power up her magic, and she dumps a fucking semi-trailer load of fish on the rest of them. And
Christmas, man!
Christmas! So he goes. So finally, he just decides, I'm gonna go back to my apartment, and she decides to go with him.
I'm gonna be alone and commit suicide on Christmas Eve.
And so she's in the shower. You'll hear the bullshit of that part later. But he's outside the door, just talking to her, and she finally reveals that her name is Mai, that she's a Santa Claus in training, and basically it amounts to he doesn't believe in any of this. She doesn't believe that she's a Santa Claus in training, as she calls it. She doesn't believe that she has magic power. He doesn't believe in Santa Claus. He doesn't believe any of this.
How do you explain the fish? There's a time, like, there's a
How,
time.
that's what I said. Like, she even throws him a party for just the two of them to try and cheer him up, and he's having fun at first, but
I know.
Yeah.
the fact that you kind of have to leave.
Yeah.
What should we do about this?
We stop recording. We finish tomorrow.
We could just record while he's in the hallway waiting for him to leave.
Cool.
I just want to get this finished up.
Right.
So basically,
Safe travels, Felix.
huh?
So safe travels.
That I guess because they had to move it along quickly because it's an OVA.
Yeah.
It turns out that she's somewhat fallen for him,
Oh God.
and when she kisses him at one point because apparently that's how she shares her happiness power with him or something.
Oh sure. Yeah. Whatever. Let's go.
And he gets a call from the girl that he likes that goes to school. But apparently it wasn't actually her. That was just the happiness power that she gave him, using his dreams to make him happy. Again, he believes none of this, and basically he offends the fuck out of her because he basically says, "You and everything you stand for is a lie." So she gets upset, runs off crying.
End of anime right there. Christmas
Unfortunately, yeah.
credits.
So he ends up going to the other girl's house anyway, just to find out that she didn't actually invite him, but all of his friends are there celebrating anyways. Apparently, every year they have a Christmas party for him. Christmas/birthday party for him.
Okay. Wait.
Even though he's not going to celebrate it, they still celebrate for him. That's kind of nice, I guess.
For a second, I thought they were throwing a party without him for his birthday.
Well, they were. They do this every year. They celebrate his birthday, even though he doesn't want to show up to celebrate it with them.
No, I meant that he didn't have a choice. I thought they didn't invite him.
No. They've invited him, but he refuses to leave the house, so they just kind of stopped inviting him. Because they're like, well, he's gonna say no anyways.
Yeah.
So, while there, he kind of realizes that like, okay, well, maybe some of the things that she said that Mai said to cheer me up and about me are true, and fuck, I kind of fucked up, didn't I? Yeah.
Oh well, 24 hours later, Christmas, and then
So he runs off to find her, and he basically, like, well, I offended you, so I don't feel I deserve the happiness, and not knowing any other way to give it back to her, he decides to just kiss her again. And then her true form is revealed, which is a full-grown woman. And then there's the unnecessary fan service in this anime will pop up later when I talk about the problems I had with the anime.
okay, good. Yeah, almost lost me there.
But yeah, so then they go around doing Santa stuff, giving presents to children and whatnot. You see the real Santa and his brigade of like 500 like helpers.
Well, that would explain how he gets all the presents around the world. I guess he's decided just to say fuck it, no free.
And then they just kind of hope, and then he just kind of hopes that she'll come back next Christmas, and that's the end of the OVA number 1. This is based completely off of the one-shot manga of the same name, but the OVA added a second episode. This time skips to the following summer, which apparently Mai hasn't went back to school or anything. She just stayed with San this entire time. And you're about 5 minutes into the episode when Mai pops up. Mai is Mai's little sister.
Of course.
Gotta love that creativity there.
Yeah.
She's like a chibified chibi.
Ew.
She's like adorable, but then they chibified her to the extent that it made her even more adorable than she already would have been. And she doesn't talk much.
That's somewhat disappointing, actually.
Yeah, she doesn't really talk much. But basically, she pops up saying, "She's coming." Who's coming?
Come on.
Like,
sorry.
like, and when? And then we get Sherry, who, unlike Mai, oh yeah, by the way, Mai's back in her teenage form at this point.
Nah.
So unlike Mai, who in her teenage form is completely undeveloped, Sherry has some boobage.
Of course.
They're at the beach, so she's in a bikini, but they don't really focus on it that much.
Good.
But turns out that Sherry is also a Santa, in quotation marks. But she's much better than mine, is like the top of her class and whatnot. And basically, she's here to basically take Mai back to the academy.
Fine, you can have her. It's summer anyway.
And then you find she runs. Mai ends up running into Miss Noel, which is apparently one of the teachers there.
Creative, man. I swear. It's like you went all out just to find awesome, fitting names for these characters.
I know, right? But yeah, so they talk.
It might be in Japan.
Well, it's just Noel Sensei in Japan. But, so, by the way, I watched this English dub.
Robbery Pop.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Okay.
Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, not sincere at all. But, yeah, and basically it turns out that on midnight at the next Christmas Eve, she'll have to return to school. Sherry overhears this and trying to help her out, decides to basically try and give her and San some alone time so they can talk about their feelings and get all that out of the way so that when she goes back she won't have any regrets.
Sorry, I don't like you. I like this other girl that I go to school with, but I hope we can still be friends.
Well, no.
Fucking anime bullshit.
But unfortunately, Mai is sticking to her older sister like glue, and we get an interesting montage of Sherry trying to get Mai away from them, which ends with Mai biting Sherry. Every time.
That, man, always works.
But finally, Christmas Eve rolls around again, and still no progress. But finally, Sherry manages to get like reservations and all this stuff set up for Mai. Convinces Mai to stay out of their way.
Wait a minute. You said this was in the summer.
It started in the summer, and then it just kind of time skipped. It transitions from summer to fall to back to winter.
They couldn't get a single moment alone.
Yup.
In the span of like 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for these people.
I feel sorry for them too. But Mai wants no part of all this because, you know, like, I don't want to say goodbye, and what if he rejects me? But then, apparently, Sherry and Mai have been best friends for years, even though they always argue. That type of shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because their viewpoints are, like, almost completely different, so of course they're going to argue a lot.
I hate you. Hey, let's be friends. No, okay.
But, yeah, so, you know, motivational speech. So she goes off to talk to San, and, well, right now she just tells him that, oh, she has to go back to school, and then Sherry and Mai pop up and are like, go enjoy yourself on your date because I put a lot of work into setting that up. But then it's almost midnight. So Sherry and Mai get their own little transformation sequences where they turn into their true forms or whatever. Sherry just gets like a skirt and Mai gets oversized pajamas.
Yeah, they're actually going out of their way with that, seriously.
And they managed to stop time long enough for Mai and Santa to go on their little date.
Stop it.
You need Santa.
Well, it's actually pronounced Santa, but I call him San because San just sounds stupid. Apparently she calls him San-chan in the Japanese version, so that's probably why I'm calling him
Good,
that.
this has got you.
Huh?
What? Continue, man.
Anyways, so, you know, they go on a date, they have a fun time, and right at the very end when she's about to be dragged away, she admits that she loves him, and he loves her back.
You know, because fucking currency.
Well, what you mean the fact that he loved the other girl before?
Yes.
Well, that's taken into account, but he's apparently going to love her now. Remember, this is over the span of like a full year.
So, fuck, there's a line.
But
Now
yeah,
number 4.
So they're like, okay, well, like, they love each other, they'll see each other again one day, even if, you know, she has to go back to school and whatnot. And then credits roll, and that's the end of it. Or so we think. After the credits, there's a little scene in which Miss Noel pops back up, throws Mai back into San's apartment, and it turns out that Sherry was supposed to take Mai back to school, not Mai.
How convenient.
Which ends with Mai bursting into tears that she has to go back to school, and then end of anime.
Convenient. I gave it 3 thumbs up. Would read again.
Would read again?
There's no real resolution there. It's just, here, have her back. What? The end.
Exactly.
I wish there was at least a bit more, like a third episode or something to help clean that up.
Nope, hand wave. Oh, wait. I thought you heard me wrong. I said my, not my.
Which when they had this conversation earlier was specifically towards Mai, so I don't know how the fuck that got messed up.
It's almost like she's dumb. It's almost like it was a bad writing. It's almost like the people who make this were dumb or something.
But and then they have a preview for the third episode, but it's just a joke. But
After next. Last Friday of the month.
But it was an hour well spent because they're OVAs, so they're about 30 minutes each. It was an hour well spent in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was actually relatively funny. I laughed a few times. The characters were pretty okay. The plot was decent. If you have an extra hour in your day if you have a couple of hours to kill, spend one. Maybe not watch the second one so much, but the first one was more of it than anything because that's the original story. But yeah, if you have like an hour to kill, I'd suggest checking this out. Don't make time in your day, but if you have the time.
If you have the time. If you're watching Hitalia, go ahead and say fuck that and watch this instead. Because it's Christmas!
Christmas! When we go back in there, we're doing one last Christmas. We're doing it one last time.
Yeah.
But,
it'll be right at the end of the episode, right after the credits and the music.
Christmas! So, the problems I had. The fact that there was no resolution to the whole Maya's back thing. Like, it's like, here. Throw it back into the anime just for the anime to end. Oh, by the way, she's part of the plot again. Really?
Credits.
Oh. And then the pointless fan service. It's not too bad, but there's random panty shots for no reason. And at one point, when Maya and San are talking when she's in the shower, while she's talking, it randomly decides to focus on her for a second. You get a random ass shot, and you get to see her boobs. No censorship whatsoever.
Fuck it, it's Japan. We're done here.
I'm like, although I think at some point it was more of the fact of, let's just not censor it. I think they just got lazy.
It's to the point where they realize, you know what, fuck it. They know what's behind these black bars anyway. Let's just force feed them it.
Let's just go. Let's just give it to them. Let's see what else was there. During her transformation sequence, it's like whole Sailor Moon thing, where their clothes go off.
Oh, come on.
But instead of super color, so you can't see anything, you get to see everything. Her butt goes from flat to ghetto booty in 2 seconds flat, and her breasts go from A cups to like double D's.
Okay, so we got the Mocha transformation.
Yes, except if in Rosario Vampire you actually got to see Mocha's entire body during her transformation instead of again the super colors.
Mm.
Or in Mocha's instance, Bat's covering everything.
Oh, that's that thing.
But anyway, yeah. Other than that, it's like other than like those two big major things of fan service, it's just like a few panty shots at some points. I'm like, why? Okay. And the thing is okay. Starting from 5, which is a jump on it, it's not a much watch, so automatically it falls to a 4. I have a problem with the fan service, so with that it falls to a 3, and that's where it stays. This anime gets an I ain't even mad for me.
I ain't even mad.
Like, I enjoyed it. I had a couple problems, but overall, it was really enjoyable.
It's for Christmas!
Christmas!
So I guess, like, when it comes to everything that has to do with Christmas, as long as it has some sort of tie with Christmas, it's okay.
I guess. Again, it was really enjoyable. I had the whole, Christmas, belief, faith, all that. I had a really nice message.
Don't name your kid Santa. That was
that shit.
No matter what.
Basically, kind of had the whole, just believe thing going for it.
Yeah. Gotta believe.
So, we're on Facebook, Twitter. You know what? If you people are listening to this and actually want to leave a comment, do you even want us to use our Twitter and Tumblr? We don't touch it. We don't use Twitter or Tumblr. If you want us to post stats updates on one or the other, we will. But until we know, go like us on Facebook, damn it. Facebook.com/thesynchronization.
Alright, I think we're done here. Let's close it up.
I have to mention my new segment, remember?
Alright, new segments.
After all this discussion of fan service that I've had with a couple of my other friends and then here, I've decided I'm going to do a new segment, which will each whenever I do it will be in addition to the regular review, whether I'm doing the regular review, someone else's, but this will be in addition to it, called Nate's Journey Through the World of Ecchi Anime.
Oh god.
I fear for my soul. I'm basically going to judge these animes based not only on the story and characters, but also on the amount of fan service. I will give it little clever symbols based on what it's like. If it's like Rosario Vampire, I will give it the cross symbol, because the cross, like to Rosario Vampire.
I've been thinking regarding your little rating system there. Can we please work on that third one? Because what you already have, no, that's just not gonna work.
Okay.
I got it. And then, so basically, if it works well for the plot or whatever, even though there are going to be ecchi anime, I'm still going to judge it based on whether or not it's actually relevant, or if it's just, oh look, panty shots. But if it's relevant and it makes sense, it gets across for our plus Vampire. If it's just, here, have panty shots for no damn reason, like High School of the Dead, I will give it a katana. Because every time I think of High School of the Dead, I think of that one chick with the katana. I don't know why, I just do. And then the third one, we'll get an exit sign.
What?
Wait. An exit sign?
An exit sign.
What the hell?
If the anime devolves into such senseless fan service that it might as well be hentai and would be if it wasn't for one thing, like if say I don't know a guy was getting a blowjob because you aren't explicitly seeing the girl do anything, you know it doesn't count. You know the might as well be hentai rating.
I know. I don't remember the name.
Saikano no Quasar?
No, it was an anime that had to do with prostitutes. It was to the point where you pretty much got to saw everything. Weird thing is, it was interesting.
That anime you just mentioned, have you seen any of it, actually? I might want to look into that, to be honest. I've heard things, but...
Yes, things might be true, Felix.
I'm shaking my head rapidly for a reason. No.
Hey, you may puss out if you want to.
I'd rather not watch an anime about a bunch of guys who get their superpowers by drinking breast milk. That just sounds retarded.
That sounds retarded just from the face, from the base point.
That's the plot. Guys get superheroes by drinking breast milk. Straight from the source. What did I say?
You said superheroes.
Yes, they get superheroes by drinking breast milk straight from the source. But anyway.
I got Superman.
It's the prize at the bottom of the box.
What the fuck?
I'll change your 3 Batmans for it. I got Wonder Woman again. Ah, crush it, dude. It ain't even worth nothing. Dude.
Is that the wind?
Yeah, it was holding the door open.
Felix, don't go.
I don't have a choice.
The apartment is haunted.
Taken 2. Anyways. I don't know what happened. But anyways, so yeah. Either a cross, a katana, or an exit sign. Because, to be honest, if it has an exit sign rating, I'm probably going to leave the anime by, like, episode 3.
Yeah, no chances. No more chances, excuse me.
So, yeah. But I'm going to be doing this in addition, just because, why the hell not? Why not do this? Let's see if it's as prevalent as we think, or maybe if even an ecchi anime can do it tastefully. I already know what my first anime is going to be.
I just want to look at this too.
Oni-chan no koto nanka zenzen suki janai dakara ne.
I think you forgot something.
Oni-chan no... Yes, that's the name of the anime. Oni-chan no koto nanka zenzen suki janai dakara ne. Which translates to, I don't like you at all, big brother, which is the biggest lie of the series. Unfortunately, I've already seen the summary. The entire anime is about a girl who has such a big brother complex that it's at the point of incest. Trying to get her brother to nose her as a woman, she goes into his room and decides to throw all of his non-incest related stuff. Finding a photo album, she discovers that she is not in any of his childhood pictures, and that's the basic plot from the summary I read. It's 12 episodes. I'm watching what might be an incest ecchi anime. Pray for my soul. I don't believe in God, and I want you to pray for me. If you don't believe in God, make up a deity to pray to if you have to.
Volcanoes.
Kira, like Yagami. But yeah, so Oni-chan no Kota Zanka Nanka Zenzen Suki Janain Dakarane will be my first ecchi world.
You forgot the
review.
yo in there. Stakara Yone.
There's a yo?
No, there wasn't.
It
was just Dakarane. But yeah,
that
so.
wouldn't have made sense.
I swear.
But yeah, so I don't like you at all, big brother, which is a lie. But yeah, I'm hoping that it turns out that for some reason that what I'm thinking is going to happen is that they're not actually siblings, so that'll save some of this anime. But
I want to put it past you, dude.
What, for them to not actually be siblings?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Also coming up as a more clean review is The Word God Only Knows, which I've been watching for a year now. I'm only on episode like 5.
Yeah.
Not because episodes are longer, but just because I keep not watching it. But, so yeah, there's that.
And eventually I might actually be doing a review that may be taken up by watched it beforehand. The MLP thing.
Ah, right.
I forget.
And coming soon is our Dragon Quest IV playthrough. Once I manage to do commentary on that.
It's like a play stumble. We're going to be stumbling through it.
From 9 back to 4.
I'm going to build up. I'm building up to 9. I'm hoping that maybe if I try to deal with lag on the earlier games, maybe by the time I get to 9, I'll be a bit used to it, so it won't be so bad where I'm like, fuck this and quit.
Alright.
But yeah, for now, this is the synchronization.
We're noob.
Nate
And Felix.
and we out. Christmas.
All right, fear it.
Game over, yeah!
Christmas.